Welcome to Lost in Minecraft, Episode 2. In the previous episode, we saw how to set up your game so you'll be ready to play. Today, we begin playing. A disclaimer before we start though. The world seed we set up in the previous episode is not the one we will be using going forward. On investigation of the world in recording the first part, I decided to try a different one, something a little bit more straightforward for a change. I shall put the new world seed into the description below, and everything else is going to be pretty much exactly the same. What you will be seeing is my first-hand reaction to a new world. I've not seen this world before recording this, and working out how best to get around and survive it. I would recommend before you start you have a pen and paper to hand. This will become very important, primarily for recording coordinates. Hopefully you have that set from the previous episode. So, here we go. Make sure to read those little hint bits at the start, they're always useful. Okay, so here we go, straight into the world, right. Got plenty of grass about, temperate situation. Now, remember to record your coordinates when you jump in there. That's what your piece of paper is for. Right, let's look. We've got some water, we've got some sand, all very useful. It appears we have got some trees up ahead. Always useful. First thing we always want to do when starting a new survival world is, your priority being shelter, gear, and somewhere to sleep. Oh, got a couple of cows there, could be useful for leather and food. Ooh, a nice big dark tunnel, I like those. But we will come back to that at a later time. Remember, make a note on your paper if you do see anything interesting you want to come back to at a later, more well-equipped date. So we seem to be on a little spit of land. We've got water on all sides. I don't think it's going to be a complete island. Anyway, let's get over to these here trees. Now, very important first thing you're going to need is to harvest some wood. Easy to do with just your fists. Just punch a tree, why not? Collect the little blocks that come down. You can see they are going into your little inventory on the side there. Important with trees is if you remove all the wood, then the leaves will eventually die on their own accord. Sorry about the pause there, my audio interface made a funny sound. It's all good, hopefully. So collect all that. Oh look, we've got some horses down there, and in the distance there, that is a pillager tower. Another good thing to have on the map, but stay away. It is a very dangerous place for us to be at this point in our adventure. So, we're starting to gather some resources. Oh, another little cave there. Again, good to note. Got plenty of trees and everything up here, which is nice. Always good to have these as resources. Another cow, and I do believe we have a sheep. Now, this is very important to us. As I said, one of the vital things to have is a bed, and we shall go through why later on. But for now, didn't mean to throw that away. Oh, there's a second sheep as well. Excellent. Ultimately, we need 3 blocks of wool. But for now, in your inventory, you can convert your wood blocks into planks. You can convert those planks into a crafting table. This opens up lots of options for you. So you place it down, use it. As you can see, there is a big list of things that you can build already using just the wood that you have. Now we want some sticks, we want some planks, and then we can make ourselves our first set of tools. There's also torches and signs and doors and such like available. So we'll have a sword for fighting. We'll have an axe for chopping wood. Oop, we ran out, let's craft a few more. a pickaxe to help break down stone, a shovel for dirt and sand, and there's also a hoe there, but that is primarily used for when we harvest crops. That will not be for a while, so I will not bother with one of those. Right. So, sorry Mr. Sheep, but I need your wool. There are non-lethal ways of obtaining wool, just not available to us at the moment. You can use shears, or you can collect string. I believe it's 4 string will make 1 block of wool. But for now, we're harvesting like this. Right, ooh, that gives us 2 blocks of wool. Ooh, we've got some underwater zombies, drowned as they are called down there. Right. Let's go get the crafting table back. Just break it and it'll pop out and you can pick it up again. Right, let's get back up. Always like trying to stay a little bit higher up, gives you better vision, better view of what's around you, helps you spot any interesting landmarks. Right, now as we've already had 2 sheep, let us continue on our way and see if we can't find a couple more. We need 1 more block of wool. If we can get that, then we are laughing. Trying to work out a safe way down. If you fall too far, you will take damage. If you fall far, try to land in water, it'll break your fall, and you will take no damage. There are other items you can put down as well, but we shall come across those as and when we get to them. So, just wandering, a bit of lag, wandering through the forest here. Now be very careful when first wandering around forests. They provide shade, which can, on occasion, oops, it took a bit of damage from a fall. Shade can occasionally hide bad guys. But luckily, this seems to be quite a peaceful area that we are in. Oh, here we go. There is another sheep. Now, sheep do not always drop wool. We were very lucky this time. Right, so we have wood, we have planks, we have our wool. Let's get a bit more wood. Nice felled tree there. I do like how some of these worlds spawn and develop. Let's have a bit of chicken, a bit of food. As you can see on above your inventory bar there, you have got hearts, that is your life force. If you run out of those, you are dead. And next to that is a food bar. As you do more things, run around, take damage, heal up, that will deplete. You'll need to eat food to boost that back up again. If it is full, you can heal damage. If it is not, you will not. The little green bar underneath with the number 1 above it is your experience. Bottom part of a cave there. I think that may well link up to the ones that we saw before. Let's have a look up here. You can see from the daylight it is starting to get dark. So, shelter. Rainbow, some more sheep there. Right. If in doubt, dig yourself a hole. If you do not have enough wool to make a bed, ignore that for the first day. Just make yourself a hole, hide in, barricade yourself in for over the night. Dark. That makes it a bit more easier to use. Yes, your experience bar comes and your levels come in very important later on in the game when it comes to enchanting. You're not doing that at the moment, so just rack up experience as and when you can. You can get it from killing things, smelting things, cooking things. Plenty of different options. There's those little greeny yellow balls that float around. Collect those up, gain experience, gain levels. Right, just dig out this little area a bit more. that could be safe with a bed, so I don't mind opening this up a little bit. Bad guys tend to spawn in the dark, so it's always important to try and keep a little bit of light in any area that you are going to be spending time. So let's put on our crafting table from earlier. As you can see, we have a few more options available to us. Gates are always useful, I find, because it gives you the ability to see through, get out, see when it's dark, see if there's anything about. Okay, what else shall we do now? Our weapons have seen an upgrade to stone versions now, furnaces as well, very useful. So we shall make ourselves a furnace, use these for cooking, smelting, all sorts of things. So for now, we shall burn a block of wood with another block of wood. So the one in the bottom is your fuel, and the one that goes in the top is what you cook. And as you can see, it's very dark out there now. We shall stay indoors. With our planks and our wool, we can make our bed. A little bit burnt wood, we now have some charcoal. We're going to use some of that leaf litter, see if we can't cook ourselves a bit of a chicken. Let's put down our bed. It takes 2 blocks to put down and use it. And there you go, sleeping through the night. If there are enemies nearby, it will not let you sleep, so be warned of that. So it is a new day. Be careful when you first go outside. There can in fact be enemies wandering around. Most enemies are in fact harmed by the sunshine, so after a few minutes they will have been killed off. So we can use this charcoal and some sticks. We can make some torches to help light our way. Let's get some more food. Mutton, always useful. Upgrade some of our gear. So stone is more durable and does more damage to things that you hit. As you can see on the wooden ones, there's little green yellowy bars across the bottom. That's the durability of the item. If that runs out, the item breaks. When it comes to stone, you can break it with your bare hands, but you will not get the drop from it. So now we have a bit more stone. Let us craft some more items. Again, I tend to go for most of them except for the hoe, because that is not very useful at the moment. Right, we made ourselves a couple of chests, very good for storage. So anything that you're not going to be using, not going to be needing, want to save for later, just pop them in the chest. Keeps your character inventory open for collecting the myriad cool items that you will find around the world. Inventory management does become very important later in the game. Right, let us go outside. Shut the door behind you, don't want any nasties wandering in. Right, it's actually looking pretty clear, pretty safe. Right, let's have a little wander and a little explore. I'm just going to speed through this little bit. There's nothing too major going on that we haven't already dealt with, so gathering of a bit more wood, a few more supplies. Ooh, careful, don't fall down any big holes. Ooh, now. Here we go. So I spotted there coal. That is a very handy resource. Better than charcoal, so you need a pickaxe to break it. There you go, 1 lump of coal. You can combine it with sticks to make torches. That is going to be very useful now. So, just crafting on the go. You can do a little bit of that if needs be, if you know the recipe. So 1 stick with a coal bit above gives you torches. Oh, there's some more. There's a dark tunnel. I'm not quite sure about that. As I've said before, always be aware of the dark. But there's some more coal as well. Right, let's light this up. Oh, go straight through to the daylight, so we should be fairly safe. another dark area. Ooh, another big deep hole. Some coal and some copper there. Right. A future episode coming soon will in fact deal with materials and things such as copper. So, for now though, let's fill our boots with coal. Doesn't seem like a comfortable way to travel, but there we go. Right, so up the other side, see if there's anything else. I believe this is the one that brings us out near our little base. And there we go, yes it does. So, one other thing I like to do is make our bases easy to find. So, I'll make a little pillar and stick a torch on it. So hopefully if you get caught out in the dark, you should be able to spot it from a fair way away and get yourself home. We'll do the same with the front door. In the inside, make sure nothing spawns whilst we are away. So just zooming through again at a bit of a quicker pace, having a look around. Oh, we've got some pumpkins, good eating, but staying away from that pillager tower. Right, let's have another little look around, back up to the base. Right, oh, looking at the sun, it's a good way of telling the time in this game. Time is very important, you do not want to be kept out at dark. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm just expanding our base a little bit, making it a bit more roomy and a bit more spacious. We have a bit of time, we have more resources, so we shall look out over the water. It'll give us a good idea of the movement of the sun, time of day, good access to the tunnel, which we'll make use of. There you go, you can see what's going on. Right, we shall clear out our inventory a little bit. Let's do a little bit more cooking. Again, you see using the coal, so we've upgraded from wood to charcoal to coal. Each one is a more efficient form of cooking. I'm going to look out the window. For a game that is graphically fairly basic, when you see some of the patterns out the window like that, it's really pretty. So put a torch above the door. There we go. So again, makes it easy to see where we are. Keeps bad guys away. So night is coming in. There's the moon just creeping up over the horizon there. So, I think that is a couple of days good hard work. We are established. We have a base. We have resources, we have food, we have tools and weapons. So, nothing from there. We can call it a day. Just because we have a base here doesn't mean this has to be our only one, or this is going to be our permanent one. But it has given us a very solid start to our adventures. So I look forward to the next episode. I have a few things lined up ready to go. We have a materials one, we have a monsters one, so those should be coming in the pipeline soon. So any questions, leave them down below in the comments. I shall add the world seed to the description. Have fun and have a pleasant day.